Back again in Salina. Riley County with the football. Fire downfield, nearly picked off. Harmison was hit as he let go of the football, so he had no chance to get that ball where he intended the football to go, and it's going to be 4th down and 12 now for the Riley County Falcons. Our congratulations again. The Hanover Wildcats hang on to win their 3rd straight 8-man Division II title, 58-50 over Osborne in Newton. Here in Salina, 2A state championships. Riley County down 7-0. Just under 10 minutes to go. We're in the opening half. Beckman back to punt it for the Falcons. And it's a high short kick that's going to bounce at the 35, takes a Falcon bounce, and now an even better Falcon bounce. It rolls all the way to the Phillipsburg 23-yard line. And so the Falcon defense back on the field. Wyatt Thurlow, Cameron Brown, Tristan McCoy, the front 3 for Riley County. Deion Barnes and Brett Halstead, outside backers, Mikey Wagner, and Avery Hawley playing in the linebacking position today, starting today in place of Wyatt Earhart. Of course, Earhart with the injury last week. He was a captain on the field in pregame. Great to see him here and healthy, unable to play, and likely will be out much of the basketball season, it appears. Defensive backfield, Avery Brokenicki and Keaton Koenig, Tristan Culp, Luke Richard, the safeties. 1st and 10, Phillipsburg with the football. 7-0 ball game. Fake on the pass. The ball's on the ground. Picked up, though, by Phillipsburg, and then Hawley's going to make the tackle in the backfield. Whistle's not blown. Now they do. It'll be a loss of 2 or 3. So Riley County forces Phillipsburg into a 2nd down and 12. Really a force on themselves by Phillipsburg. Sides trying to hand that off. He faked the pass out to the right and then came back underneath, kind of a counter play from right to left, but his handoff kind of hit the shoulder pads of his running back and ended up losing the football, but it would bounce right back up into the hands of Phillipsburg. 2nd down, 12 yards to go. Here is a pitch to the right side. Riley County, great open field play. The tackle made by Tristan Culp. He shot to the ankles and just picked him and tripped him up. It's 3rd down and 15. So Riley County faces a 3rd and 15 defensively. They've been able to get losses on the carries for Phillipsburg the first 2 plays of this series. 8:45 to go, 2nd quarter. Riley County trails 7-0. Falcons forced a fumble and a recovery by Trey Harbison to start the football game on Phillipsburg's first possession. The Falcons have had 2 turnovers of their own, 1 interception and 1 on the ground. 3rd down, 15. Sides, the quarterback for Phillipsburg. 1 back with him. He drops the pass. Screenplay set up underneath. Riley County does a pretty good job to read it, and the tackle made in the open field. There's a penalty flag on the play, but a great read that time defensively for the Riley County Falcons. Up front for Riley County that time on the defensive side. The play is made by Tristan McCoy. No gain on the play would make it 4th and 14. It is a block in the back against Phillipsburg. Coach Steve Wagner and the Falcons can decline that penalty and will force the Panthers into a punting situation. 4th and 15 from their own 18-yard line. So McCoy just wrapped up the ball carrier that time off the screen pass. Riley County snuffed it out pretty well and then finished it off. A block in the back on Phillipsburg. That penalty is declined. Riley County set to return the punt, and it is a boomer. It's going to take Culp all the way back inside his 30, bobbles for a moment, now gets by 1 tackler out to the 35-yard line, shakes to the right, now gets a block. He's got some open field to the 45. Here's the midfield stripe, another blocker, tackled from behind, but Tristan Culp is going to take this football to the Phillipsburg 46-yard line. It was banged over his head like a center fielder running to the wall, had to go back to try to get to it. It was bobbled, picked it up, made one man miss, and then changed his direction from the left side of the field, came across the opposite hash, and takes it all the way to the 46-yard line of Phillipsburg. So great turn of events for the Falcons defensively, forced them to 4th and 15, and now the punt returned by Culp to the 46-yard line. Garrett Harmison from the shotgun. 1st and 10, Riley County. Option play, pitch to the right side, and it is a dive across the 45-yard line by Mikey Wagner. He had a defender go low on him, and then one come up around the shoulder pad level, but he was able to fall forward for a gain of 2. 2nd down, 8. Riley County with the football. Wyatt Thurlow, Brett Halstead, the tackles, Cameron Brown, Tristan McCoy, the guards. Dylan Anderson is your center for the Falcons. Now Riley County, a little confusion on getting a play in. And there's a penalty flag down. I'm not sure if Riley County called timeout. Too many men in the huddle, I'm guessing, is the penalty, but the Falcons tried to get a timeout called. It is a legal substitution on the Falcons. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Instead of 2nd and 8, it'll be 2nd down and 13. It appears Riley County will go ahead and use the timeout here. We'll break as well. Falcon football. The 2A state championships will continue next.
When you need to get your message across, call on Shirley Signs of Riley. They offer great-looking signs for any and every occasion, or when you just need a new sign or logo for your business. From vinyl signs, awnings, message centers, and vehicle wraps, Shirley Signs has you covered. They custom-make signs for everything you need to get the results you want. Shirley Signs, serving the communities since 1972 with all your signage needs and proud fans of the Riley County Falcons.
Well, you just heard moments ago, the Hanover Wildcats wrap up their 3rd straight 8-man Division II title, their 38th straight win overall, as they hold off Osborne in a great battle. Bryce Dolan with that call, 58-50 was your final. The 8-man Division II, 3-time state champions now, the Hanover Wildcats. Here, the Riley County Falcons meeting up with the number 1 ranked Phillipsburg Panthers on a state championship Saturday. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our pregame talk we had with Coach Steve Wagner, of course, with the games overlapping, unable to get that on for you. 2nd down, 13. Harmison, back to pass. Pressure coming, steps to the right. Now fires downfield into double coverage, and it's off the hands of Culp. And incomplete, 3rd down, 13 to go. Football is at the Falcons' own, well, right at the midfield stripe after that last penalty was marked down. Well, we'll call it the Phillipsburg 49-yard line. 3rd down, 13 to go. Don't forget, K-State Wildcat football on the way this evening as well. Pregame at 4. They kick off at 6 up north in Ames. 3rd and 13 for the Falcons. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Harmison out in the flats looking for Wagner, and it turned to the wrong side, and when he looked back at Harmison, couldn't find the football, and it falls incomplete. It's 4th down. 4th down, 13 to go, and Riley County forced to punt it. 7 minutes to go, first half. Falcons down 7-0. Beckman back to punt. He'll stand at his own 38-yard line. 2 men deep for Phillipsburg to return. Snap is there, and the kick is away. And it's going to bounce in between the return men and then roll inside the 20 down near the 18-yard line. I think it was Mikey Wagner who just made one incredible block. Phillipsburg may have gotten to Beckman on that punt, but the block, I again believe by Wagner, saved the space for him to get it away, and it turns into a good one. It'll be Phillipsburg starting from their own 19-yard line officially is where they mark it down. 1st down, 10, Panthers. Sides the quarterback, handoff underneath, and some room to run. Tackles made about 6 yards deep on the carry to the right side. Tristan Culp comes up off the pile. Also on the play is Dion Barnes. They'll call it a gain of 5. 2nd down for Phillipsburg from their own 24. Clock ticks inside 6.5 minutes in this first half of play. 2nd down, 5 to go. 3 backs, wishbone formation from the gun, though. It's a counter play from left to right, and the carry out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for Phillipsburg. Tackle made by Barnes again, and also on the play was Culp. Helping out was Luke Richard. So 1st and 10, Phillipsburg. They have it at their own 31-yard line as they move the chain. The last couple of series, Riley County's been able to either force them over on downs or a punt. This time, Phillipsburg does move the chains. It's 1st and 10. Same formation, 3 backs behind Trey Side. This time you will hand it off from right to left. And they've got a little something working inside the tackles right now for Phillipsburg. This carry of 9 yards takes it out near the 40. And giving it to a big fella coming from right to left on the carry that time for Phillipsburg. They've gotten a 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd down and 1. Falcons trying to dig in defensively. And it's going to be a second back through. No, Sides is going to pull it out and keep it himself to the sideline. Great read out on the perimeter by Avery Brokenicki. Now, it's going to be a first down carry, but that could have been a whole lot more. One man saw Sides had pulled the football out. It was Brokenicki, and he comes out to the outside and contains him and drives him out of bounds. It is 1st and 10. Phillipsburg to their own 42-yard line. 5:20 left, first half. 7-0 ball game. Falcons trailing. A 25-yard pass from Trey Sides to Kai Sides, the only score of this game thus far. 1st and 10. Back to pass again is Sides. He will fire down the middle. Has a receiver. Pass is going to be caught by Sides. Tackled in the open field by Luke Richard. Again, that is Kai Sides, a sophomore, from his senior older brother, Trey Sides, throwing it down the field. There were a couple of receivers in the same area, 2 defenders also in that cluster, but Trey able to put it on the money for Kai Sides, and it's 1st and 10. Phillipsburg moves it to the 26-yard line now of Riley County. 5 minutes left, first half of play. 7-0, Phillipsburg the lead. Threatening again. Panthers, handoff right side. And Culp with the hit, and then help coming. Wagner ties it up and tried to strip for the football. The whistle's blown as he drives him backwards. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. Tristan Culp got the first contact and had him slowed up, and then Mikey Wagner and company came in following and pushed him out of bounds. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. Football is at the Riley County 26-yard line. Phillipsburg with possession and a 7-0 lead. Taking their time coming out of the huddle, down to 10 seconds on the play clock. Set to go now. Again, the full house backfield. Sides, off play action, back to pass. Fires out, has a receiver. Passes caught at the 20, to the 15, the 10, the 5, and that is a touchdown for Phillipsburg with 4:02 remaining. This time the pass goes on the outside in the flats to Nathan Moon. So Moon with the touchdown, and it's 13-0. And the extra point coming up. So Riley County's been able to force turnover on downs and a punt the 2 prior series, but Phillipsburg got it going here. Really inside the tackles is where they open things up outside. Now the extra point kick is on its way and has plenty of leg for Phillipsburg. 14-0. Riley County trailing. They'll get the football back when we return.
Farm days are long and they're tough on tires. So when your tires spring a leak and go flat, call on Fritz Oil in Leonardville. There's nothing more important to them than getting your farm equipment repaired quickly with on-the-farm tire service to get you back on the job. In addition to tire service and all brands of tire sales, they also provide oil changes, general vehicle maintenance, and offer bulk fuel delivery. Fritz Oil in Leonardville has the right tires and the services to keep your operation running smoothly.
Join Nelson's Landing for the Festival of Wreaths and Trees taking place at Nelson's Landing Sykes Room this coming weekend, November 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The silent auction of wreaths and trees starts on Friday at 11 a.m. and bidding continues Saturday and Sunday until 3. Individuals, businesses, and clubs have donated all these beautiful wreaths and trees, and it's up to you to make it a success. All proceeds will benefit Leonardville Beautification Projects. Come see the Festival of Wreaths and Trees at Nelson's Landing.
Riley County trails 14-0. They'll get the football back. Falcons in the visiting white with, of course, that Riley County Falcon blue, helmets and numbers. Phillipsburg in the home blue and gold. The kick coming from the Panthers. Line drive kick that's going to maybe go out of bounds. It appears to have gone out, and it will. It hit at about the 8-yard line on a line. I mean, it didn't get much higher than the players' helmets on its way down the field and then just checked straight out of bounds. So Riley County can take the football, good field position, or have them punt it again. Or kick it again, I should say. See what they decide. It appears they'll take the football and the penalty against the Panthers at their own 35. or correction, their own 35-yard line. So that's where Riley County will have it, down 14-0. 4:02 left, second quarter. Riley County trailing by those two scores. Riley County huddles up as the football has been spotted. Now the play clock will kick in, and we're just about set for the Falcons to march to the line of scrimmage. Dylan Anderson, the center, sees Garrett Harmison in that shotgun formation. Harmison fires out, back pass to Colt. Tries to get outside, breaks one tackle, then falls forward near the 40 before finally being stood up there. It's a gain of maybe 5, second down, and still 5 to go for the Falcons. May have marked him down at the 39, so we'll call it a gain of 4. Second down, 6 to go. Riley County trailing 14-0, 3:38 left here in the second period. At halftime, we'll again have the conversation we had with Coach Steve Wagner. I talked with him earlier this week. And with our games overlapping, Hanover winning their third straight state title, we'll air that conversation at halftime. Second down, 6. Harmison has a receiver near the sticks, and it's going to be caught by Claire. And forward motion may have picked up the first down. They're looking, eyeballing it, and they say move the chain. 1st and 10, Riley County out to their own 45-yard line. Harmison to Weston Clare. Clare had a terrific effort earlier on a pass to the near sideline and was hit, broke a tackle, drug a couple of guys, and was able to fall with forward, stretching out for the 1st and 10. That was back in the first quarter. This time the catch and was hit immediately, but he ran the route to the sticks. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wagner taking the shotgun snap himself, and he takes it across the midfield stride. Mikey Wagner, who's had a remarkable senior season, 1,147 yards and 22 touchdowns coming into this ball game. He's also caught a couple of TDs through the air from Garrett Harmison, that time in what would be called the Wildcat formation, a direct snap. He was the only back behind the offensive line spread out. He picks up 6, second down and 4. Just nudged over the Phillipsburg into the field at their 49-yard line. Riley County with 2:17 to work second quarter, down 14-0 and moving. Claire goes wide to the left side. 2 receivers off to the right, staggered. Harmison back to pass, has time, fires, has a receiver, pass is caught for the first down near the 40-yard line. Trying to get out of bounds was Colt, and he just got tripped up before he got to the sideline. The clock will stop, though, as they reset the chains on another first down move by the Falcons. 1st and 10 now at the 39-yard line of the Panthers. 2-minute mark, second quarter. Riley County, plenty of time. They do have 2 timeouts still remaining in this first half. They trail 14-0. Short side left, 2 receivers. 1 receiver off to the right. In motion from left to right goes Allen. Now Harmison in trouble in the backfield, and he is going to be brought down. And it'll be a sack of about 10 yards. He looked like he was wanting to go to the outside right. He had the receiver Avery Brokenicki, trying to go to the outside right. But as he looked in that direction, 2 Panther defenders were right on top of him, and he had no chance to do anything but just hang on to the football. Now second down and 17. The football is at the Phillipsburg 47-yard line with 1:10 now remaining. Falcons getting a play in from the sideline, run in by a receiver. Claire is off to the right side. In motion goes Wagner from right to left. Shovel pass underneath, and stretching forward is going to be Colt. It'll be a short yardage gain, 3rd down and still 13 to go after a pickup of about 4. 43 seconds left, first half. Riley County down by 2 touchdowns. They have the football at the Panther 43-yard line, 35 seconds. In with the play for Riley County's Nick Allen. Offensive line set. Brokenicki, right. Back to pass, Harmison. Fires out, receiver downfield, up for grabs, and it's brought down by Phillipsburg. They say it is intercepted. He was falling out of bounds, made a miraculous catch. Weston Clare was the receiver, and the ball was up on the sideline at the high point. Both receiver and defender were near the football. The ball then tipped a bit and brought down. Remarkable catch on the sideline by the Phillipsburg Panthers, Tyler Martin. So the Panthers take over with 14 seconds remaining. Riley County has been able to move the football, but they have not, besides one series, been able to get further than the 25-yard line. This time moved it well and at will, but then it stalls on the long pass downfield that was picked off by Phillipsburg. And now we've got a timeout taken by the Panthers. We'll break as well, 14 seconds before halftime. Phillipsburg the football. Falcons trail 14-0 when we return.
Mid-State Mechanical, an independent American Standard heating and air dealer, can get your furnace winter ready with their complete HVAC system check and service. Mid-State Mechanical gives you the peace of mind that your furnace is operating properly and the warmth your family deserves. Not sure your system will make it through the winter? Mid-State Mechanical could help with that. Using the most reliable brand, American Standard. Call 537-4343 to stay warm and comfy this winter. Mid-State Mechanical, your American Standard dealer.
The Farmhouse in Olsburg is one restaurant you keep going back to. And now you can grab a bite to eat in their second location in Riley. Come in for their incredible hamburgers and a full menu of favorites and specials, plus chicken fried steak served every Saturday night. The Farmhouse, open Friday through Tuesday with takeout and catering available. Call 468-3511 to place a carryout order at the Farmhouse in Olsburg and now in Riley. They extend good luck wishes to the Riley County Falcons.
Phillipsburg with it, 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. 14 seconds remains here in the half. They lead 14-0 over your Riley County Falcons. Back to passes, Trey Side. Stands in the pocket, now flushed out, being chased. Further to the sideline, throws across his body, has a receiver with 6 seconds remaining. That receiver steps out of bounds on the sideline, the Panther sideline. Sides, a senior who has been, there's been quite a family string of sides that have come through Phillipsburg, but he has been a huge part of what this team does since he was a freshman, and now a senior quarterback. Really extended that play, and running to his left, threw across his body and found his receiver downfield. And now a timeout's going to be taken once again. We'll take one more timeout. Phillipsburg trying to draw something up. We'll see if the Falcons maybe can disrupt something and make a defensive play to close out the half. Riley County football will continue on 100.9.
The Riley State Bank is an independent bank which has an interest in the prosperity and well-being of their community. For years, they've provided a safe place for people to invest their money and loans to help their community grow. When you have money to invest, need a loan, or have questions about the services they offer, stop in at the Riley State Bank of Riley and Leonardville. It's all about hometown banking with your neighbors and friends. Riley State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Back in Salina, the district stadium here, Central High School. It is the Riley County Falcons trailing 14-0. There is 5 seconds left on the first half clock. Phillipsburg has it 1st and 10 from their own 35, so likely the final play of this first half. Riley County down 14-0. Sides with one back behind him. Now puts in motion. Ty Sides from left to right. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Fires downfield, looking for it all for Ty Sides. It's incomplete. No flags down. That will end the first half of play. Riley County in a battle with Phillipsburg. They trail 14-0 as we head to halftime.
Stacy Wirtz, owner of Frontage 109, extends her congratulations to the Falcons on their successful season and wishes the football team the best of luck on Saturday's game. Frontage 109 would like to make your holiday season easier. Whether it's a company party or the whole family is in town, their Vintage Event Center is the perfect setting for you. Remember, Frontage 109's hair salon is open late to accommodate the local farmers and ranchers. Find Frontage 109 on Facebook or call Stacy at 785-477-9983.
As a farmer trying to grow the best crop you can, we know you need top seed genetics, great weed control, and the nutrients to allow your crop to produce a high yield. Sump Ag is a farming business that understands the challenges you face daily to try to produce a crop. Let them help serve you on your farm to meet your needs with leading genetics, such as LG corn and their soybean lineup, quality herbicides, and advice to keep your fields clean and fertilizer to maximize potential. Call or visit sumpag.com.
Linda Jones with Aflac has been serving businesses throughout the area since 1998. She can help you and your employees with short-term disability, life, cancer, accident, dental, vision, or flex spending accounts. Whether you have 3 employees or 300, call Linda in Manhattan at 785-587-9337 to make sure you are offering the best options possible. Your employees are your best asset. Call Linda with Aflac for a free consultation.
Affordable Electric of Manhattan is a trusted and quality company providing service for commercial and residential properties. Whether it's routine maintenance, installing wiring systems, replacing circuit breakers, fuses, switches, or other electrical components, the techs at Affordable Electric handle their projects professionally. They can also upgrade your electric system to make your home more energy efficient and safe. Affordable Electric of Manhattan, let their families help your family.
Back once again in Salina. It is halftime. The Riley County Falcons down 14-0. The 2 scores coming for Phillipsburg. In the first quarter, it was Trey Sides hitting Ty Sides for a 25-yard touchdown pass, and then Sides hit Nathan Moon for 26 yards in the second period, 14-0. Riley County's been able to move the football. A couple of turnovers and then a stalled drive or two have kept them from getting on the scoreboard as of yet. Great ball game, though, here. Riley County battling top-ranked Phillipsburg. It's 14-0, Riley County trailing here at the break. When we come back, we're going to hear our pregame conversation we had earlier in the week with Coach Steve Wagner of the Riley County Falcons. That's coming up on halftime.
The store in Leonardville offers a slice of convenience. Come in for a hunk of Hunt Brothers Pizza or call in for a whole one. Every Friday night they offer pizzas for $7.49 each as part of their pizza special. But that's not all the store has. Cheeseburgers, chicken strips, and other favorite roller foods, plus soft serve ice cream. You'll also find all your road trip snacks and other everyday items you need. The store in Leonardville is a proud supporter of the Riley County football team and is hoping for a big win from the Falcons.
There is a better way, and Bob's Plumbing, Heating, and Air of Manhattan is the one to get the job done the right way. Their professional team will repair or replace your heating, AC, and plumbing systems to provide your home with years of comfort. They'll explain the repairs needed, find solutions, and make sure you're satisfied with their service. You can take comfort in knowing you've made the right choice when you call Bob's Plumbing, Heating, and Air of Manhattan.
Prairie Stone Incorporated is a professional full-service landscape contractor that specializes in custom landscape design, installation, and maintenance. Right now, Prairie Stone is having a tree sale on shade, ornamental, and evergreen trees. You'll get free planting when you buy at least 3 trees. Some restrictions apply. Prairie Stone serves Riley County and beyond, and their goal is to develop the highest quality projects for each and every customer. Prairie Stone, located at 3266 Kimball Avenue in Manhattan, supports the Riley County Falcons. Retire, relocate, resize, renew. If you're 55 or older and you're in need of a realtor, Cindy Culp specializes in assisting buyers and sellers and their real estate needs for the next chapter in their lives. Cindy is a certified aging in place specialist with the National Association of Home Builders and works in the greater Manhattan area. Proudly serving the Riley County Falcon community, Cindy wishes the football team good luck at state. Go Falcons!
On Falcon pregame and joined now by the head coach of the Riley County Falcons, Steve Wagner. And I've said it off the air, but I'll say it with our listeners as well. Coach, congratulations. It's special when things like this happen. It doesn't come around often. Congratulations on what this team has been able to accomplish already.
Well, thanks, Rocky. It feels really good. We've been able to get in the playoffs a lot of times over the years. Since '96 is the last time we played in a state championship game, and it seems like we've always come up against that first or second ranked team in the state and weren't able to advance. And it takes a little luck. It takes avoiding injuries. There's a lot of things that have to come together to make it all the way to the finals. And this year, these guys have just kept persisting. We might have had a little luck at Silver Lake, but then again, they created some of that luck too. So, it's all kind of come together. It's been a pretty magical season.
They say the bounces all even out. I sometimes doubt that statement is truly fair to say, but a lot of times teams have some bounces that should come their way at some point. It was good to see that happen. Let's start with the Silver Lake game. We haven't had a chance to visit about it, but you talk about keep sawing wood and just keep fighting. Your guys did all of that and a little bit more to find a way to knock that team off.
We just kept saying, let's play the next play. And we knew going over there, they're an undefeated team and hadn't beaten them in a long time and on the road. And, our guys did. They just kept playing the next play. Even when they scored the last touchdown to go up 2 scores with about 2 minutes left, we knew we had to have some things go our way in order to, but we also had to make some plays, and we made plays also. So the credit goes to the guys for making the plays, and the bounces did go our way, and it was just a huge win, and it was such a fun night over there.
Huge win. That's an understatement. And then you come back the next week and continue to perform at an extremely high level. Sometimes you get over the one hump, meaning Silver Lake, and it's not easy to get right back up. Even though you're trying to get to a state championship game, your guys evidently came back focused, went to work, and really came out and threw the first punches and put it away early against Humboldt.
Well, Rocky, I don't think we had to get them back up because I don't think they ever came down. Honestly, I don't think our guys, we were just on a high all week. I think coaches and everybody, there was just there's a little bit of relief involved in that win over Silver Lake that all you heard about was how many years in a row they'd beaten us, and everywhere you look, people were bringing that up. And I think for the guys, they kind of took that on themselves, and we really were determined to go over there. We felt like we didn't play as well as we could have the first time we played them over there, and our guys just had a lot of determination and found a way to get it done. So, but as far as we had such a good week of practice, and our guys are just in a good place right now, and so we just need to keep it up for one more week and finish this thing off the way we want to.
Talk about the guys that are making it happen for you. You and I have talked over the years many times, and we often talk about wanting to have balance, and that's at every level. Every coach wants that. The thing I've noticed, you got 1,000-plus passer, 1,000-plus rusher, but you also have balance within those two entities, meaning a lot of guys run the football more than you would think when you got a guy like Mikey Wagner putting together such a big year, and a lot of guys catch the football. It's not just one target. It's got to be fun for the offensive minds to get together and decide what these guys are going to do on Friday nights.
Yeah, last year we kind of try to fit our offense around our quarterback to some degree. Last year we had a running quarterback. He ran for over 1,000 yards, and we really ran the ball a lot last year, and we ran it effectively. I think we scored 30-some points a game last year, and it was good. It fit what we were able to do. But when you get against the big physical teams in the playoffs, you really need to be able to throw the football, and sometimes we knew going into this season we had a quarterback that was more of probably a classic drop back and thrower. He's going to run a little bit, but not near as much. And Garrett Harmison's had an outstanding year. He's set all kinds of school records this year for passing completions in a game, yards in a game, passing completions in a season, and passing yards in a season. So, and you're right. He's thrown to we've had about at least 3, I think, receivers with over 30 catches. And last year, I don't know if our whole team had 30 catches, to be honest. No, to be honest, here's what happened. Against Silver Lake, we threw for more yards and we completed more passes that night than we did all 10 games combined last year.
Wow.
So, yeah, we came out and threw the ball, and we said we were going to this year. We kind of just had a change of philosophy offensively. We just kind of gave in to the old spread. Sometimes in high school football, it's a little tough to do. You just got to have some good athletes. We felt like we had good athletes to be able to run it. And then, weather sometimes late in the season, it gets real windy. And so we've kind of combined a little bit of some stuff we've had in the past, but we really bought into the spread and throwing the football. And it's been fun, and it's been really good for our kids. I think they enjoy practices more now, and it's just been a fun season.
Well, fun season when you get a chance to play on the final Saturday of a football year. You guys get that chance this Saturday against Phillipsburg. It's a team that's well known across the state of Kansas, very, very powerful, very fast. Containment, is that maybe as big a deal for you guys as anything?
They're just so fast in every position. You look at their backfield, and their quarterback, we've seen him the last 2 years, unfortunately. His ability to throw and run and make plays happen, and now he's got all this experience to go with, all his talents. And then he's got a big line. They have it all. There's a reason why they've been ranked number 1 all year, and there's a reason why they're undefeated. They're just they just have such a good football team, and we know that. We played them the last 2 years in the playoffs, third place, and they really thumped us pretty good last year. It wasn't a very competitive football game, and they just took it to us. Our guys went there and played their heart out, but they just didn't have it that night, and so we're hoping honestly the spread gives us a little better chance to be able to move the football offensively. They were so big and physical last year, we couldn't get a running game going, and that puts pressure on your defense, and they have so many player makers on offense that you've kind of got to be able to move the football and score points against this team. And so we know we're in for a heck of a challenge, but we're here, and I think our guys are going to give their best effort.
Well, really looking forward to it, Coach. We really appreciate the time as always, and looking forward to kickoff. Let's go get them today.
Thanks, Rocky. It's always good talking to you.
Back with more on Falcon pregame in just a moment.
Memory Care Suites are available at Meadowlark, created as an alternative approach to help and care for those with memory loss. These are small residential homes designed for up to 8 senior adults with caregivers always close by to assist residents. Private rooms accommodate each individual at a lower price point than long-term care. Memory Care Suites are located in Riley and off Scenic Drive in Manhattan. Call Kristen Martin to schedule a visit at 785-410-1212 or email kmartin@meadowlark.org. Carla at Carla's Country Seams lends her years of sewing experience to anyone who needs formal wear alterations. She's glad to help you fit into your prom dress, wedding gown, or other formals with professional altering. Whether it's taking up the shoulder seams, skirt, or sleeve shortening, taking in side seams, adding darts, or lengthening dresses, you'll be amazed at what she can do. Carla's Country Seams, helping you measure up to all your expectations. Proud to support the Riley County Falcons at state playoffs. At Leonardville Nursing Home, they believe in building lasting relationships between those who live and work together, creating a sense of community and a feeling of home. The same dedicated caregivers work with the same small group of seniors each and every day. Gone are the rigid schedules and routines. Residents choose when they want to get up, what and when to eat, and how to spend their day. That's what person-centered care is all about. Leonardville Nursing Home, a new way of thinking for a new way of life.
When you're building a home or a business, or maybe doing a remodel or adding on, you need to find a professional electrician with an excellent reputation. The name to remember is Brummett Electric. They serve a large area, including Riley, Manhattan, Wamego, Junction City, and Clay Center. They're up on the latest lighting systems and technology that can beautify your home and save you money on your electric bill. Their headquarters is at 6450 Tuttle Creek Boulevard in Manhattan, and they're proud supporters of the Riley County Falcons.
Back here in noon at Fisher Field, they are getting ready to present the trophy as the runner-up trophy to the Osborne Bulldogs and the state champion 8-man Division II Wildcats of Hanover. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just give you a quick rundown of how this ball game went. Hanover striking early, a 39-yard touchdown run by Dakin Stahlbomber, and then a 1-yard touchdown run by Carter Bruna. That's going to do it for the scoring in the first quarter. 5 seconds into the second, a 2-yard touchdown run by Osborne to get their first points of the ball game. But then a 5-yard touchdown run by Stahlbomber, and the 2-point conversion is good by Carter Bruna. And then Hanover finds the end zone 2 more times before they're out of that half. Osborne only once. Going into the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen, Hanover had a 10-point lead. A 20-point lead, and Osborne came out on fire with a 26-yard touchdown toss to Cade Miller, but then a strong 26-yard touchdown run by Carter Bruna to answer. And really, in the third quarter, it was all Bulldogs, as Hanover only found the end zone one more time in the third quarter, and that was a 40-yard run by Dakin Stahlbomber. And let's talk about that 40-yard run, touchdown run by Dakin Stahlbomber. That was a 4th and inches play at midfield. Dakin Stahlbomber sneaking it up the middle, bounces out on the near side here and is able to scamper for a 40-yard touchdown on a 4th and inches quarterback keeper. So those are the 2 plays that got Hanover into the end zone in the third quarter. But Osborne having more success finding the end zone 4 times in the third and once in the fourth, but Hanover with a 34-yard touchdown catch to Pete Peters and a 35-yard touchdown catch to Thomas Atkins seals the deal. And then really, ladies and gentlemen, both of these teams, you got to commend them both. The Osborne Bulldogs and the Wildcats of Hanover both having success on the field tonight. As you can tell from the score, 58-50, but nonetheless, the Wildcats get their 38th straight win, and they are three-peat state champions for your 8-man Division II. That's going to do it for me here in Newton Field. Enjoy the rest of the game with Rocky Downing in Salina while Riley County takes on Phillipsburg. You're listening to KCLY.
Robbins Motor Company of Manhattan is a proud supporter of Riley County football. Good luck Saturday in the state finals. We're all pulling for you. Speaking of pulling, the new Ram 1500 trucks have best-in-class towing, best-in-class fuel economy, and the best resale value. Test drive a Ram today at Robbins Motor Company during our Black Friday sales event. See our complete inventory online at robbinsmotors.com or come visit us in person at 3100 West Anderson Avenue in Manhattan. Good luck, Falcons.
Congratulates the Riley County Falcons on their outstanding football season and wishes them continued success at state. Raz Automotive is a full-service shop that provides work on all makes and models of vehicles. Their service goes beyond taking care of vehicles. They also believe in great customer service. Josh and Wade approach each job with the same dedication to excellence. They are honest, hardworking professionals that truly care about you and your car. Go get them, Falcons.
People around the Riley area are always proud of their kids and are glad to support them by turning out in big numbers to their various activities. Anders Feifley Funeral Home joins the fans in cheering for the Riley County Falcons football team in this season's playoffs. With their powerful athleticism and exemplary sportsmanship, the Riley County Falcons have what it takes to win. The Falcons can always count on Anders Feifley Funeral Home to be steadfast supporters of all their activities.
There's sure to be a celebration when you give a delicious gift box from GTB Custom Meats O'Reilly. Choose from a selection of quality meats or give an assortment of cheeses, or pair them together in a box to make the perfect gift. They also sell retail cuts of meat that you can pick up for your holiday get-together, and custom slaughtering of wild game is also available. GTB Custom Meats is proud of the Riley County Falcons and congratulates them on an impressive season.
Back once again in Salina, Rocky Downing along with our studio engineer Bernie Fancella. The Riley County Falcons getting a chance to warm up and prepare for the second half, down 14-0. Our thanks to Bryce Dolan with the call on Hanover's third straight 8-man Division II title and the recap you just heard. And our thanks to Coach Steve Wagner for working with us earlier in the week to have a chance to sit and visit and talk Falcon football and the ride it's been to get here. The first time since 1993 to play in a state championship game. They had played once in the late 80s as well in a state title game. That's the only two trips they've made, looking for their first ever state championship. They lost to Stockton by 8 in 1993. Names like Dustin Weber and Shane Allen and Ben Chardine and Travis Goff and Jared Hopper and Matt Foff and Aaron Monahan. The list could go on and on. It was a terrific team, and, of course, they had great runs into the playoffs in the years following. As Coach Wagner said, it seemed to bounce here or bounce there, just wouldn't go their way and allow them to move on. Well, they have this year, and the miracle that took place against Silver Lake, highlighting maybe all of this taking place. First time they've beaten them since 96. So here they are in a state championship. They'll have it to start the second half. Football is taken on a kickoff by Mikey Wagner. The return to the outside left, the 30. Breaks the tackle, 35. He's out to the midfield stripe. Still on his feet. Riley County with a big-time return takes it to the 45-yard line. The 35 of Phillipsburg. The Falcons with a monster return to begin the second half, and Dion Barnes the return. Dion Barnes the return for Riley County, and he takes it all the way to the 35-yard line. Opening kickoff, and Riley County is in business, down 14-0. First and 10 at the Phillipsburg 35. Maybe a momentum start to the second half. They were down 2 scores with under 2 minutes, of course, against Silver Lake, and were able to come back and win it in overtime. Here they're down 14-0 with the football. It's a handoff to the left side. Tristan Culp with it to the 30. Now bounced out of bounds by 3 Panther defenders, but he's going to take it inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 8, second down and short for Riley County on their first possession here of the second half. Up front for the Falcons, Dylan Anderson, the center. To his right, Tristan McCoy, Brett Halstead. To his left, Cameron Brown, Wyatt Thurlow. Garrett Harmison, the quarterback. 1,930 yards this year through the air, 23 TDs, teamed up with, of course, Mikey Wagner's 1,147 yards on the ground. Second down, 3 to go. And here is a carry right side, leaping over a defender for the Riley Falcons is going to be Nick Allen. He takes it inside the 25. It's first down and 10. So the Falcons move the football to the 22-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Falcons marching on their opening possession of this second half. Down 14-0. The kickoff from Deion Barnes on the return took it all the way inside the 35-yard line. Now Riley County on 2 straight carries has first and 10. Here is a handoff going right side again. And now it's taken inside the 20. Down near the 13-yard line will go the Falcons, and Nick Allen again with the carry. And this will be a gain of 9.5. It's second down and short. The football is marked at the 13-yard line of Phillipsburg. Luke Richard brings the play in from the sideline. Falcons have Mikey Wagner running that Wildcat formation. He's handed off the last 2 times out of this formation. Now he's going to keep it himself off the fake to Culp. Bangs off a defender. First down yardage to the 10, maybe just inside of it. It's going to be first down and goal. Riley County down 14-0, but marching to begin the second half. 10-12 on the third quarter clock, and Riley County's taken this second half kickoff with the big return by Deion Barnes, and now have taken it inside the 10-yard line. First down and goal at the 9. Wagner again stays in at the quarterback position. Claire tight left, in motion goes Culp. They'll hand it off to Culp, trying to bounce it to the outside. He's hit near the 15 and dropped for a loss. It'll be second down and goal, now back around the 15-yard line. Let's see where they mark forward progress at as he was knocked backwards. They'll mark it at right at the 15, so it is second and goal to 15-yard line. Riley County threatening, down by 2 scores. Great start to the second half. Now the loss of 5 makes it second and goal at the 15-yard line. Avery Brokenicki is off to the right. Back to pass. Harmison back in there. Stands in the pocket. Now flushed out to the left. Fires off his back foot, and it's incomplete near the sideline. Weston Clare looked like he was looking for a flag to be thrown. There was not one. It brings up third down and goal at the Phillipsburg 15-yard line. Clock stops at 9:16 to go, third quarter. Riley County down 14-0, but moving in this second half opening possession. Awaiting the play from the sideline, brought in by Nick Allen. Wide right will go Brokenicki and Culp. Harmison stands with Mikey Wagner to his right. From the gun, Harmison to pass, third and goal, fires across the middle. Hit immediately is Nick Allen as he makes the catch. They'll pick up 5 yards. It's third down and goal at the 10-yard. Correction, they do not pick up yardage. It's right at the line of scrimmage. Still third and goal, 15. Harmison had dropped back, threw across the middle. Allen with a terrific catch as contact came immediately and a pop, but he was able to hold onto the football. Maybe gets a yard. Fourth down and goal. Riley County will go for it. Down 14-0. The football is at the Phillipsburg 15-yard line. They need the goal line. Harmison to pass. Looks left. Now back across the middle near the goal line. Ball is tipped up in the air and incomplete. He was looking for Weston Clare. Defended that time by Ty Sides, who was able to get up and get a hand on it. Good pass by Harmison. Great effort by Clare, but it falls incomplete, and Riley County, with a big start to the second half, will have to turn it over on downs at the Phillipsburg 15-yard line. 8:30 to go, third quarter. So the Panthers take over the football. Riley County, though, has put them in a bit of a hole to 15. Well, what a great drive after the big return on the kickoff to start the second half. But Riley County comes up empty on the scoreboard. Sides, handoff underneath, and it's going to be a carry for 5 yards to the 20. Tackle made by Tristan McCoy in on the play, then help from the linebacking crew. Second down, they call it a gain of 6. Second down, 4 to go. 8:13 to work, third quarter. Riley County defense looking to come up with a stop. deep on the Panther end of the field. It's at the 21-yard line right now. Second down, 4 to go. And it's going to be given underneath again. Falcons stuff it after a gain of maybe 4. It's very close to the first down mark. 3 or 4 Riley County Falcons in on the play defensively that time. Led by Jack White, it appeared, up near the line of scrimmage. And then the Falcons are near the first contact. It is short. They mark him about a half-yard shy. Third down in inches for Phillipsburg from their own 24-yard line. Still from the gun. They have put it on the floor a couple of times. Now it's handed off, and this will be a 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 7:20 left, third quarter. Riley County trailing here, 14-0. Falcons took the opening kickoff of this half, returned it to the 35 of Phillipsburg, drove it to the 9, but then would lose 5 on the first play from scrimmage on 1st and goal, and eventually turned it over on downs at the 15. Panthers now with it at their own 27. 1st and 10. Phillipsburg, one back behind Trey Sides, the quarterback. He has 2 receivers to both sides. He will hand it off underneath, and it's going to be a tackle made after a gain of maybe 2. Tackle by Brett Halstead for Riley County. And they gave him 3 on the carry. It's out to the 32-yard line. Second down, 7. 6:45 left, third quarter. Been a quick ball game. Both teams have been able to move the football, just the 2 scores by Phillipsburg to this point. Second down, 7 to go from the Phillipsburg 32. Falcons trying to crowd the line. Sides, the one back beside him, fires out flats left side to Ty Side. Pass is caught, then a shake and bake move, and then he breaks away from a tackler. Finally hauled down by Tristan Culp is the sophomore Ty Sides, but not before he takes it to the Riley County 45-yard line. Caught it near a crowd, got by one would-be tackler, and then left a couple of guys that seemingly had him wrapped up. And then Tristan Culp saves what could have been a touchdown pass as he was making the tackle at the 45-yard line near the sideline. 6:09 and ticking now in this third quarter. Riley County trails 14-0. Sides, handoff right side, and a tackle is going to be made near the line of scrimmage. Coming off the pile that time for the Falcons, Brett Halstead again. The gain of 1, second down 9. Defensive line for the Falcons. Up front right now is Brown, McCoy, and now White up on the front row. Second down, 9 to go. Play clock is down to 11. Phillipsburg at the Riley County 44-yard line. Second down, 9 yards. The snap to Trey Sides. He will hand off on a counter underneath. Tristan McCoy with the tackle. It's about 4 yards deep. It'll be third down and 5 to go. 5'10", 200-pound senior Tristan McCoy with the tackle. A gain of 5, and it's third down and 5 for Phillipsburg, now at the Falcon 40. Just under 5 minutes to work in the third. Riley County down 14-0. Sides with the full house backfield, 3 backs behind him. Counter play from right to left. And the tackle is going to be made again by McCoy, but a good carry. Space to room for Traylon Gross as he took it across the middle. And Phillipsburg will extend the drive as they move the chains, 1st and 10. To the Riley County 34-yard line. 4:40 left, third quarter. Falcons trying to make a stop here defensively and get the football back in this third quarter. They drove deep and then turned it over on downs. Here's Sides keeping it flushed out of the pocket. Brought down in the backfield. Nearly tackled initially by Barnes, and then Keaton Koenig comes in and drops Sides for a 4-yard loss. Well, they came through the middle that time in a hurry. Barnes almost got to him, actually did nearly trip him up, got a hand to him, and then he ran him right into Koenig, who took down the quarterback for Phillipsburg for a 4-yard loss at 2nd and 14. Inside 4 minutes, third quarter. Panthers spread the field this play. 2nd and 14. He will hand off underneath. And an open field tackle right in the middle by Mikey Wagner. It's a gain of 2, 3rd down 11. So the Falcon defense trying to make that stand. They have forced the Panthers to a 3rd and 11. Football is at the Falcon 34-yard line. 3:33 and ticking in this third period. 3rd down, 11 to go. Ty Sides brings the play in for Phillipsburg to the Panther huddle. It's in the big, tall tight end out to the left side this time. They haven't targeted him yet, but Austin Miller goes big, a junior, 200 pounds, 6 foot plus. They will hand it off, counter right side, and tackled from behind. Jack White makes the play for the Riley County Falcons in the open field. And it will be a gain of 5, 4th down and 5 to go for Phillipsburg. They had the play going to the outside that time and some room for Gross, and White just made a fantastic play out on the edge. They will line up for the field goal. The ball will be held at the 35-yard line. 45-yard field goal attempt for Phillipsburg. He's got great leg. He's got plenty of distance, and he has booted one through. And that would have been good from 10 more yards out. Andrew Meidel, a sophomore kicker, bangs it through. Correction, that is not Meidel. That is Jonathan Honeycutt, a senior kicker, and he had a lot of leg. It's 17-0. Riley County trails. 2:27 remains here in the third.
When you need to get your message across, call on Shirley Signs of Riley. They offer great-looking signs for any and every occasion, or when you just need a new sign or logo for your business. From vinyl signs, awnings, message centers, and vehicle wraps, Shirley Signs has you covered. They custom-make signs for everything you need to get the results you want. Shirley Signs, serving the communities since 1972 with all your signage needs and proud fans of the Riley County Falcons.
Farm days are long and they're tough on tires. So when your tires spring a leak and go flat, call on Fritz Oil in Leonardville. There's nothing more important to them than getting your farm equipment repaired quickly with on-the-farm tire service to get you back on the job. In addition to tire service and all brands of tire sales, they also provide oil changes, general vehicle maintenance, and offer bulk fuel delivery. Fritz Oil in Leonardville has the right tires and the services to keep your operation running smoothly.
Panther kickoff goes out of the end zone, and so the Riley County Falcons will take over from their own 20-yard line, now down 17-0. Boy, what a kick from Honeycutt. 45 and had plenty more with that leg. Falcons take over again, 1st and 10. They'll start from their own 20-yard line, trailing 17-0, late third quarter, 2:27 remain. Armisen from the gun. Option play left, pitches to Wagner. Wagner's hit once, hit twice. Does take a defender forward to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on 1st down for the Falcons. Well, they drove it to the 9 on the opening possession of the second half. Big return from Dion Barnes. And then Nick Allen got in the act. And then the Falcons got things working underneath and were able to get it to the 9, 1st and goal, but then it stalled on them. And Phillipsburg able to take over on downs from their own 15 and eventually march it down for that long field goal. 1:53 to work. Third quarter, 2nd and 5. Falcons with the football. Here's Wagner off the shotgun snap. He nearly broke it, but he's caught just off the side angle and dropped at around the 30-yard line. It's 1st and 10, though. Riley County will have a 1st and 10 from their own 30. So Mikey Wagner, the option play on the first play on this possession, and then the second play, that direct snap, he was the only back in the backfield, and he was able to get it outside left and get the 1st down. 1:35 to work. Riley County trailing here, 17-0. Playing without Wyatt Earhart, of course, as we mentioned, coming in injured in last week's ball game. Here's Harmison back to pass. Down deep, looking for a receiver, and tripped up before the ball gets there. No flag. It will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Nick Allen downfield at about the Phillipsburg 45-yard line. It falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Earhart, a huge loss for the Falcons on the field. He had one of those seasons where he was putting some big numbers together, catching the football, but as importantly, defensive play is missed by Earhart. 2nd down and 10. Here's Harmison, handoff underneath. Jumping over one tackler is Wagner, fighting for as much as he can get. Picks up maybe 2 or 3. Just tough yardage inside the tackles that trip for the Falcons senior back. 3rd down, 7. They do give him a gain of 3. 1 minute left, third quarter. Falcons trailing here, 17-0. Earhart was great to see him. Just one more note. Mentioned this earlier, but he was a team captain, was able to come out on the field, obviously not dressed. They're hoping to maybe get a chance to have him back on a basketball floor late in the season at best, but just good to see him up and moving right now. 3rd down, 7 to go. Harmison to pass. Screen play underneath is overthrown. Harmison pressured. Wagner unable to get open, and it falls incomplete. It's 4th down and 7. 36 to work here in the third. It's not fun to play the game of what-ifs, but what if Riley County had been able to punch in that opening drive, took it to the Phillipsburg 9-yard line, and then would stall out on downs, turning it over. And now we'll be forced to punt here, trailing 17-0. From the 20 stands Beckman, the punter. Snap is there, steps into it. It is going to bounce at about the 35-yard line, or the 45-yard line, picked up inside the 30. Now the return by Gross. He is tackled near the sideline by Wagner. There's a penalty flag that comes in late on the play from across the field. And it's ahead of the play just a little bit, but I think it's going to be holding on the Panthers, and it will be. It appears from around the 45 of Riley County. That's about where the return ended. So it is a holding penalty, which will move Phillipsburg back inside their own 45. Marked at the 44 with 23 seconds left in the third period. Riley County down here 17-0. A 17-0 with an entire quarter left would seem like an eternity to most Falcon fans because they've seen this team come from behind. The Silver Lake game in particular, inside of 2 minutes, they were down by 2 scores and came back to win it in overtime. To the ball on the ground, but it's picked up by Trey Sides. Now he's sandwiched in the backfield. The tackle by Dion Barnes. Jack White also in the area. Trey Sides fortunate that ball popped right back up off the AstroTurf, old school term, but the turf to right into his hands so he could secure it. And then the 2 defenders, Barnes and White, able to really sandwich the quarterback. It's a loss of 5. That will end the third. Riley County down 17-0. They have them in a 2nd and 15 when we bring you back to Salina.
Join Nelson's Landing for the Festival of Wreaths and Trees taking place at Nelson's Landing's Sykes Room this coming weekend, November 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The silent auction of wreaths and trees starts on Friday at 11 a.m. and bidding continues Saturday and Sunday until 3. Individuals, businesses, and clubs have donated all these beautiful wreaths and trees, and it's up to you to make it a success. All proceeds will benefit Leonardville beautification projects. Come see the Festival of Wreaths and Trees at Nelson's Landing.
Midstate Mechanical, an independent American Standard heating and air dealer, can get your furnace winter ready with their complete HVAC system check and service. Midstate Mechanical gives you the peace of mind that your furnace is operating properly and the warmth your family deserves. Not sure your system will make it through the winter? Midstate Mechanical could help with that. Using the most reliable brand, American Standard. Call 537-4343 to stay warm and comfy this winter. Midstate Mechanical, your American Standard dealer.
2nd down 15 for Phillipsburg after the sack by Jack White and Dion Barnes. Actually, maybe 2nd down and just a little bit longer. 2nd down, 16 to go. Panthers from their own 37-yard line. Falcons trying to step up and get that stop here in the second half as we begin the fourth quarter. Draw play underneath, and falling in the backfield is going to be Gross, and he's immediately tackled by Cameron Brown. His feet just slipped out from underneath of him, and Brown was there to make the tackle. It will be 3rd down and long now, another loss of a yard or 2. Just underway in this fourth quarter. The Riley County Falcons trailing 17-0 on a Sunsplash State Championship Saturday with a blizzard warning in effect starting early tomorrow morning. 3rd down and 17. Let's see if the Falcons can bring a little blizzard blitz at Trey Sides and company. He's going to roll out right to pass. Now being pressured, fires off his back foot. Ball is knocked away. Tristan Culp able to reach around the receiver and bat the ball away. It's 4th down and long. 2 defenders in the backfield as well. Deion Barnes, I know, was one of the 2 Falcons back there that got a hit on Sides as he let go of the football. It appears it was Barnes and Connor Hawley and maybe White able to get there late as well. So it's 4th down and 17. And Phillipsburg is forced to punt with 11:11 remaining in the fourth quarter. Falcons send 2 back to receive. Brokenicki and Culp. Left-footed punt is end over end, bouncing at the 35, hangs up in the air, and now rolls down for Phillipsburg inside the 30-yard line. It just took an awkward bounce. The 2 return men, Culp and Brokenicki, just could not get to it with the defender in the area, and you could see Culp shrug the shoulders down, frustrated he was unable to make a play on it. But the smart play was to let it roll, which they did, and the Falcons now take over from their own 27. 11:09 left here in this fourth quarter. Riley County down 17-0. Yet to scratch the end zone. Had it 1st and goal to begin the second half at the 9 and was unable to punch it in. Here's Harmison, play action, back to pass, fires at the tip pass, and it's picked off by Phillipsburg. Tipped by a defensive lineman and then picked away by the Panthers. Riley County came out, spread the field, had a receiver, but the pass. Falcon defense dug in, made the stop, forced the punt on 4th and long, and now are faced with a short field as Phillipsburg takes over at the Falcon 30. 1st and 10. Handoff underneath. Pressure to the outside. Falcons do a great job to stretch this thing out. Brokenicki makes the tackle at the end. 2, 3, 4 Falcon defenders right up on the line of scrimmage, contained and then stretched it toward the sideline, and Brokenicki was able to come up and lay the wood. 2nd down, 11. The loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for the Panthers. 10:35 left in the fourth. Riley County trailing here 17-0. Sides with 3 backs behind. First back through with the carry. And nearly breaking it free, Tristan McCoy holds on for dear life to the ankles and able to bring down the ball carrier, but not before a good gain on 2nd and 11 of 8, and it brings up 3rd down and 3. So 3rd and 3 now, and a timeout's going to be taken by Riley County. 10:03 left in the game. Falcons trailing 17-0. 3rd and 3 for Phillipsburg when we return.
The Farmhouse in Olsburg is one restaurant you keep going back to. And now you can grab a bite to eat in their second location in Riley. Come in for their incredible hamburgers and a full menu of favorites and specials, plus chicken fried steak served every Saturday night. The Farmhouse, open Friday through Tuesday with takeout and catering available. Call 468-3511 to place a carryout order at the Farmhouse in Olsburg and now in Riley. They extend good luck wishes to the Riley County Falcons.
The Riley State Bank is an independent bank which has an interest in the prosperity and well-being of their community. For years, they've provided a safe place for people to invest their money and loans to help their community grow. When you have money to invest, need a loan, or have questions about the services they offer, stop in at the Riley State Bank of Riley and Leonardville. It's all about hometown banking with your neighbors and friends. Riley State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Rocky Downing along with studio engineer Bernie Fansella. Riley County Falcon football on KCLY, a state championship Saturday, trailing 17-0. Phillipsburg now 3rd down and 3. Sides, handoff underneath. Jack White with the tackle, and they will deny anything on that carry. It's 4th down and 3. Now, we do know that Honeycutt has the leg to certainly pop one through. He hit one from 45-plus just in the last series. But how about this Falcon defense? Forced them to try the field goal, which they made to go down 17-0. Then they get the football back, forcing a 4th and long and a punt, only to turn it back over on the interception, and now the Falcon defense steps up again. Honeycutt, ball will be spotted at the 30. Kick is on its way. Falcons nearly got there. The kick is up and good, though. And the two guys that tried to come in and make that kick block collide with each other. And Brokonicki right now is in pain on the ground. They're coming out to talk with him, but he is trying to get his wits back about him. Two Falcons collided trying to make that kick block. It's 20-0. Riley County trailing. 9:20 left here in the ball game. We're back in just a moment.
Stacy Wirtz, owner of Frontage 109, extends her congratulations to the Falcons on their successful season and wishes the football team the best of luck on Saturday's game. Frontage 109 would like to make your holiday season easier. Whether it's a company party or the whole family is in town, their Vintage Event Center is the perfect setting for you. Remember, Frontage 109's hair salon is open late to accommodate the local farmers and ranchers. Find Frontage 109 on Facebook or call Stacy at 785-477-9983.
As a farmer trying to grow the best crop you can, we know you need top seed genetics, great weed control, and the nutrients to allow your crop to produce a high yield. Sump Ag is a farming business that understands the challenges you face daily to try to produce a crop. Let them help serve you on your farm to meet your needs with leading genetics, such as LG corn and their soybean lineup, quality herbicides, and advice to keep your fields clean, and fertilizer to maximize potential. Call or visit sumpag.com.
Falcons will get the football back. Good to see Brokonicki able to get up on his own accord and carry himself off the field. But what a collision. Two guys trying to get in there. They nearly got to the kick, but it was away and up and through. It's 20-0. Riley County down with 9:20 to go here in this fourth quarter. Three receivers back to receive on the kickoff for the Falcons. Mikey Wagner, Tristan Culp, and Nick Allen. Here is the kick. It's a high kick this time and short. It's going to be Allen from the 15. Allen to the 20, 25. Now breaks through the 30. After the 35-yard line goes Allen, and Riley County will have good field position here. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Down 20-0. Still time. 9:15 left in this game, but it's go time as well for the Falcons. They've moved the football, but turnovers have really bit them today. A couple of interceptions, a couple of fumbles. Stalled out drive a couple of times. First half, they got inside the 25, stalled to begin the second half to the 9-yard line and stalled out on down. Here's Harmison, handoff underneath. Carry is going to be taken by Dion Barnes. Now bounces off a tackler, falls forward, ball comes loose, and it's a battle for the loose ball. No signal yet. They are stopping the clock, but it could be for first down. No, it's another turnover, and now a penalty flag comes in at the end. Barnes fighting for extra yards. Looked like he hit the ground when the ball popped, but they said it was out before he was down. And it's going to be Phillipsburg's football once again on a turnover. And then we're going to have a penalty on the after the play. Likely an unsportsmanlike. It was in that area where the ball was being fought for. It's against Riley County. Frustration understandable by the Falcons. And so a 15-yard penalty is going to take this to the Riley County 30. 9:05 remains. Falcons trailing here 20-0. Second straight turnover, an interception. The last series, a fumble as it was right at the first down marker on a good carry by Barnes, just fighting for extra yards. 1st and 10. Phillipsburg back with possession at the Falcon 30. Here's an option play, and it's going to be Sides tucking it and falling forward near the 25-yard line. Tristan Culp in there defensively, and Connor Hawley around the play. It is a gain of 5, second down, 5 yards to go now at the Riley County 25. Clock ticking at 8:45 in this fourth quarter. And Phillipsburg will allow that play clock to go, I would think, down as far as they can with the 20-0 lead here in the fourth. It's down to 11. They are up at the line of scrimmage, though. Side puts Gross in motion and will fake it to him. Now fire out in the flats, has a receiver. Pass is caught at the 20. Wrestling the receiver out of bounds is Keaton Koenig, but it's a 1st and 10 as Trey Sides dropped back that time and was able to hit Nathan Moon for a first down to the Falcon 16-yard line. 8:18 to work, fourth quarter. Riley County down 12-0, and Phillipsburg is threatening again. With great turnout both sides. It's not unexpected, but really terrific turnout for the Panthers and Falcons, and on such a gorgeous day. 1st and 10, Phillipsburg. Under 8 to go here in the fourth. Hand off to Ty Sides, nearly hit in the backfield. Now he breaks to the outside and is finally going to be drugged down by Brokenicki, who's back in there. So good to see him back on the field. Also helping on the play was Hawley. It'll be a gain of 1, second down and 9. Talking about the big turnout. Pregame coming in. Looked like Arrowhead on a early Sunday. Smoke rising. They had the big RV with the Falcon flag flying high. Riley County came out, forced a turnover early on the first series by Phillipsburg, but just have been unable to get to the end zone. They've moved it. They've defended pretty well. Here's Trey Side. Second back through is going to be Gross, and he takes it down to the 10. It will be a gain, actually marked at the 11, a gain of 4, and it's third down. 7:23 remains in the ball game. Riley County trailing 20-0, and Phillipsburg right now with that ground game churning clock down in this fourth period. Panthers. Hear their fans chanting Panthers. You might hear them right below us here in the press box at their Central District Stadium. Play clock down to 8, and now they will snap the football. Side, handoff, Nathan Moon. Jack White with the tackle, and Moon now falls forward with the Falcons trying to push him backwards, stripping at the football, very close to 1st and 10 yardage. It looks like he would be just shy of it. They may have to measure. They mark it at the 11. They're just going to eyeball it and say 1st and 10. Wow. So 1st and goal at the 6. I think I said the 11. That was near where they were when the play began. And Nathan Moon able to get to the 6-yard line. First down and goal, Phillipsburg. 6.5 left in this ball game. Panthers, again with 3 backs behind Sides. Trey Sides keeps himself going right side to the outside. There's a 5 near the pylon, and he is knocked out of bounds before he's able to reach the goal line. Dion Barnes in on the play. Hawley again in the area. It will be second down and goal at the 1. Clock stops as they go out of bounds at 6:22 to work in this fourth period. Riley County 10-2 coming in after the run through the playoffs where they avenged the loss to Southeast Saline from the regular season, and then, of course, knocked off that Mid-East League rivalry, Silver Lake, to get to last week's matchup with Humboldt where they rolled through. Oh, great hit underneath this time by Mikey Wagner on the ball carrier. That is going to be no gain on the play. It's third down and goal. And I said third, and actually loses a couple of yards. Third down and goal at the 3. 6:04 left in the ball game. Riley County trailing 20-0. Falcon defense trying to make a goal line stand. Phillipsburg with the football. Third down and goal at the 3. Trey Sides has the field spread. He will hand off underneath, though, and a touchdown run taken in by Phillipsburg, the carry by Tanner Ragsdale. And that will put Phillipsburg up 26-0 with the extra point coming up. .5:43 remains. Riley County down 26-0. The extra point try from Honeycutt on its way and perfect. 27-0. Riley County down. There's 5:43 left to go in this 2A state championship on KCLY.
Linda Jones with Aflac has been serving businesses throughout the area since 1998. She can help you and your employees with short-term disability, life, cancer, accident, dental, vision, or flex spending accounts. Whether you have 3 employees or 300, call Linda in Manhattan at 785-587-9337 to make sure you are offering the best options possible. Your employees are your best asset. Call Linda with Aflac for a free consultation.
Affordable Electric of Manhattan is a trusted and quality company providing service for commercial and residential properties. Whether it's routine maintenance, installing wiring systems, replacing circuit breakers, fuses, switches, or other electrical components, the techs at Affordable Electric handle their projects professionally. They can also upgrade your electric system to make your home more energy efficient and safe. Affordable Electric of Manhattan, let their families help your family.
Riley County back to receive the kickoff coming from Jonathan Honeycutt, who is perfect in extra points and has 2 field goals of 40-plus yards in this ball game. Impressive for the Panthers. Riley County trailing 27-0. They send 3 back to receive. Honeycutt with the kickoff on its way. Angled inside the 5. It bounces off of one Falcon, picked up by Mikey Wagner. Now shakes one tackler. Now tries to bounce to the outside and does. He's out to the 35-40. Stiff arms the tackler, or the kicker, who does make the tackle as he takes it out near the 45-yard line. Mikey Wagner with a big return for the Falcons with 5:32 to go in the ball game and trailing 27-0. So 1st and 10. The football is marked out of bounds at the 44 officially, and that's where the Falcon possession will begin here. Garrett Harmison will lead the team to the huddle. He sends Claire wide left. He has a receiver slotted to the left side, Tristan Cole. Harmison back to pass, fires that side. Claire has the catch, hit immediately. It'll be a gain of maybe 6, take it across the midfield stripe, it looks like, to the 49. 2nd down and 4 to go for the Falcons. 5:18 to work in the ball game. Riley County down 27-0. Player will come out as play brought in from the sideline by Garen Jackson. Falcons senior. Splits out to the short side left. Wide right is Broken Nicky along with Caney. Culp slotted to that right side. Tight to the line. Hand off Barnes underneath. Gets by a tackler, has a blocker to the 40, 35-yard line. Down to the 30 goes Dion Barnes. Knocked it out of bounds after a big-time carry. He will take this 20-plus yards near the 30-yard line and mark him out of bounds at the 33. 1st and 10, Riley County. Falcons down 27-0, 4:45 to work. Clock stopped as Barnes was pushed out of bounds at the end of that run. Harmison from the gun. He has Barnes standing beside him. He'll roll right, wanting to pass it. Further right, now in trouble, hit and brought down in the backfield. It brings up 1st and long. They're backed up to the 40-yard line, so 2nd down 18 for the Falcons. 4.5 to go in the ball game. Ball at the 40 of Phillipsburg. Riley County trailing 27-0. Nick Allen with the play call into his quarterback, Garrett Harmison. Barnes stands beside Harmison. 2 receivers wide off to the left side. Harmison, ball fakes on the pass outside, now goes downfield. He is looking for Culp, double coverage. It falls incomplete, 3rd down and 18. Riley County was down 7-0 after one quarter, 14-0 at half, and just unable to capitalize when they moved the football down the field. And then two field goals, a 40-plus by Phillipsburg's Honeycutt, and then that last touchdown run by Ragsdale, and it's 27-0. Riley County trailing. 3rd down 18 at the Panther 40-yard line. And now we've got to stop a play, a timeout taken by the Falcons. We'll break as well. You're listening to Riley County Football on KCLY.
The store in Leonardville offers a slice of convenience. Come in for a hunk of Hunt Brothers Pizza or call in for a whole one. Every Friday night they offer pizzas for $7.49 each as part of their pizza special. But that's not all the store has. Cheeseburgers, chicken strips, and other favorite roller foods, plus soft-serve ice cream. You'll also find all your road trip snacks and other everyday items you need. The store in Leonardville is a proud supporter of the Riley County football team and is hoping for a big win from the Falcons.
There is a better way, and Bob's Plumbing, Heating, and Air of Manhattan is the one to get the job done the right way. Their professional team will repair or replace your heating, AC, and plumbing systems to provide your home with years of comfort. They'll explain the repairs needed, find solutions, and make sure you're satisfied with their service. You can take comfort in knowing you've made the right choice when you call Bob's Plumbing, Heating, and Air of Manhattan.
3rd down 18, Riley County with the football at the Panther 40-yard line. 4:01 left, fourth quarter. Falcons trail 27-0. Armisen has Claire wide left, two receivers short side right. Armisen back to pass, pressure coming, in trouble. Now gets by a defender. Now he's going to be corralled by 5 Phillipsburg Panthers. And the sack will make it 4th down and even longer now. Armisen made the first guy miss, looked like he was going to be in trouble, and then trying to direct traffic downfield for a receiver and just ran out of time to make a play. And Riley County now will be 4th down and a long way to go. 30 and 27, 4th and 27. Falcons line up to punt. They don't have a punter out there right now. Play clock is at 8. And we'll get a timeout taken with 3:14 to go in the game. Stay with us. Falcon football will continue on 100.9.
Prairie Stone Incorporated is a professional full-service landscape contractor that specializes in custom landscape design, installation, and maintenance. Right now, Prairie Stone is having a tree sale on shade, ornamental, and evergreen trees. You'll get free planting when you buy at least 3 trees. Some restrictions apply. Prairie Stone serves Riley County and beyond, and their goal is to develop the highest quality projects for each and every customer. Prairie Stone, located at 3266 Kimball Avenue in Manhattan, supports the Riley County Falcons. Retire, relocate, resize, renew. If you're 55 or older and you're in need of a realtor, Cindy Culp specializes in assisting buyers and sellers and their real estate needs for the next chapter in their lives. Cindy is a certified aging in place specialist with the National Association of Home Builders and works in the greater Manhattan area, proudly serving the Riley County Falcon community. Cindy wishes the football team good luck at state. Go Falcons!
Here in Salina, Riley County faced with 4th down and 27, and they are going to line up to go for it. Harmison has 3 receivers off to the left side. Jared Harmison back to pass. Set. Floats one out, sideline right. Has a receiver, and it's going to be knocked down by Trey Sides. Culp had a step. Sides, though, just made a great read and able to go up. And wisely, you got to give the senior quarterback credit. He had it in his hands as a pick. As he started to the ground, he just batted it out of bounds, so it would not be their ball at that line of scrimmage. Instead, they'll take over. Here's a midfield strike. 3:07 remains in the ball game. Riley County is trailing 27-0. Phillipsburg takes the football back over. Riley County does have 1 timeout remaining as the Panthers line up 1st and 10 at the midfield stripe. Trey Sides, hand off to the left. This is Gross. And he is going to be tackled by Luke Richard. He had the final pop put in there. Falcons also had Dylan Anderson in on the play defensively. It's been a game where Riley County's had too many turnovers, costly, and Phillipsburg this is two really, really good teams. Coach Wagner said coming in, they're just fast everywhere. And that certainly can be said is the case for this Panthers team. Down to 2.5 to go in the game. 27-0, they lead the Falcons. Oh, what a hit in the backfield. Mikey Wagner shooting through and chopping down the ball carriers. He got near the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down, still 4 to go. Football is at the 45-yard line of Riley County. 2:05 left here in the ball game. Phillipsburg painfully to the Falcons, just lets that play clock wind its way down a ways before snapping it. Trey Sides surveys the situation, 3rd down and 5. And now they're going to get a timeout. 2 seconds on the play clock, and Sides takes the TO. 1:44 remains. Stay with us. Riley County Falcon football. Back in a moment.
Memory care suites are available at Meadowlark, created as an alternative approach to help and care for those with memory loss. These are small residential homes designed for up to 8 senior adults with caregivers always close by to assist residents. Private rooms accommodate each individual at a lower price point than long-term care. Memory care suites are located in Riley and off Scenic Drive in Manhattan. Call Kristen Martin to schedule a visit at 785-410-1212 or email kmartin@meadowlark.org. Carla at Carla's Country Seams lends her years of sewing experience to anyone who needs formal wear alterations. She's glad to help you fit into your prom dress, wedding gown, or other formals with professional altering. Whether it's taking up the shoulder seams, skirt, or sleeve shortening, taking in side seams, adding darts, or lengthening dresses, you'll be amazed at what she can do. Carla's Country Seams, helping you measure up to all your expectations. Proud to support the Riley County Falcons at state playoffs.
3rd down 4 after the Phillipsburg timeout. Here's Sides, handoff right side to Ragsdale, and he'll take it across the 40, and it appears to have picked up a 1st down. Correction, that was not Ragsdale, Nathan Moon with the carry. And that will be a 1st and 10 at the Falcon 40, and we're down to 1:38 left in the game. And Phillipsburg likely will be able to just wind this thing down and wrap up this 2A state championship. Falcons just could not get it to the zone. When they started that second half with the big return by Barnes and then got it to 1st and goal to 9, and just could not punch one in. It was 14-0 at that time, remember? And now the Panthers will go to a knee. Riley County will simply have to watch the clock wind down. Terrific season for this Riley County Falcon team. First time since 1996 beating Silver Lake, and in such dramatic fashion. And, of course, the first trip to the state championship since 1993 for Coach Steve Wagner and his Falcon team. But it will be Phillipsburg who takes a knee, and that's likely the final snap of this football game as players start to congratulate each other on the field. Officials letting that clock wind down before making it official that Riley County is going to fall in the state championship matchup against the top-ranked Phillipsburg Panthers. It is a 27-0 final. Stay with us. We'll come back, wrap things up here from the 2A state championships right after this.
At Leonardville Nursing Home, they believe in building lasting relationships between those who live and work together, creating a sense of community and a feeling of home. The same dedicated caregivers work with the same small group of seniors each and every day. Gone are the rigid schedules and routines. Residents choose when they want to get up, what and when to eat, and how to spend their day. That's what person-centered care is all about. Leonardville Nursing Home, a new way of thinking for a new way of life.
When you're building a home or a business, or maybe doing a remodel or adding on, you need to find a professional electrician with an excellent reputation. The name to remember is Brummett Electric. They serve a large area, including Riley, Manhattan, Wamego, Junction City, and Clay Center. They're up on the latest lighting systems and technology that can beautify your home and save you money on your electric bill. Their headquarters is at 6450 Tuttle Creek Boulevard in Manhattan, and they're proud supporters of the Riley County Falcons.
Robbins Motor Company of Manhattan is a proud supporter of Riley County football. Good luck Saturday in the state finals. We're all pulling for you. Speaking of pulling, the new Ram 1500 trucks have best-in-class towing, best-in-class fuel economy, and the best resale value. Test drive a Ram today at Robbins Motor Company during our Black Friday sales event. See our complete inventory online at robbinsmotors.com or come visit us in person at 3100 West Anderson Avenue in Manhattan. Good luck, Falcons.
The agronomy professionals at Wilbur Ellis are ready to help you clean up your fields and prepare for winter in the coming spring. Now's the time to find out what your soil needs to keep up with the nutrient needs of the next crop. Wilbur Ellis has many site-specific soil test and mapping options, as well as standard soil testing. Plus, applying fertilizer in the fall will decrease the chance of loss and congestion for next spring's crops. I'm Blaze with Wilbur Ellis. We're here to serve you in every season.
The Riley County Falcons to play on the final Saturday of a high school football season is a remarkable feat, and it's the third time in the school's history they've had a chance to do that. The last time, as you know, we just mentioned, was 1993, and now Coach Steve Wagner's team is back here at the state championships. It does end in a 27-0 loss, a game that was 7-0 after one quarter. Riley County had chances. They got it inside the 25 in that opening quarter, could not get it to the end zone. Then they find themselves down 14-0 at half. Again, they made moves down the field, just unable to scratch the goal line. And then the second half took the kickoff to the 35 on a Deion Barnes return. Nick Allen had a couple of big runs. They got it down to the 9-yard line, first and goal, and then the drive stalled out at that point, and Phillipsburg took it back over. They had two 40-plus yard field goal makes, and Riley County ends up receiving their plaque right now and medals for a second place in the state championships in Class 2A. Bitter to taste right now, but as they look back on the things they have put together this season, certainly there'll be some magical moments they can think about. The win over Silver Lake in the dramatic fashion that took place, avenging a loss to Southeast Saline as well once they got to the playoffs, and now making the trip here to District Stadium in Salina to face Phillipsburg. It does end in the loss, as mentioned, 27-0. But congratulations to Coach Steve Wagner and his staff and this Riley County Falcon football team for the run they made to the state championships. It is Phillipsburg with a 27-0 final over your Riley County Falcons. Huge thanks to Bryce Dolan out in Newton for the call. Hanover Wildcats winning their third straight 8-man 2 state championship. Riley County a runner-up in Class 2A, raising their plaque to their fans who made the trip here. And a huge thanks, as always, to our Hanover Wildcat and Riley County Falcon sponsors giving us a chance to be on the air with you here from Newton and Salina. It's going to wrap up our day. Don't forget, K-State Wildcat football on the way. Top of the hour, 4 o'clock pregame. There at Iowa State. Kickoff is just after 6 p.m. tonight. For Bryce Dolan in Newton, for Bernie Fancella, our studio engineer, this is Rocky Downing telling you to enjoy the rest of your sports Saturday.